not going to go to Miami. A nice 30 minutes. That's perfect. This will test and see if these type of videos are like more than gives me time to do a little cleaning, a little cooking, and then also I can do a little speaking on my Achilles for this. And tomorrow we'll fly up to Miami and then up to the coast, and then we'll cut into the state and go up and see all the swamps and stuff. Tomorrow's basically gonna be Florida, and then today I'll get the rest of those cities I need to go. Alexa, turn Roku volume to 15.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo is type Beechcraft King Air 1 mile southeast of X-Ray 01700 feet. Request flight following.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo approach. Squawk 1437.
Squawk 1437 Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo.
Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo radar contact 2 miles southeast of X-Ray 01700 feet. Altimeter 290.76.
Roger Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo.
Sierra
What's
Kilo
the
contact
southernmost
Miami
city in
Center
America?
on
I need to check that out.
134.75. Good day.
134.75 Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo. Goodbye. Miami Center Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo 3,000 feet.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo Miami Center altimeter 29.76 radar contact. Continue.
It's the southernmost city. Southernmost city in the U.S. Key West, Florida is the southernmost city in the continental United States. It is located at the southern tip of the Florida Keys and is famous for its southernmost point, buoy, a landmark that marks the southernmost point of the continent in the U.S. Oh, well, I need to look for that then. It's located at the intersection of South and Whitehead Streets. Okay, nice. That's the southernmost city, though. The southernmost point, though, they said it was in Hawaii. That's why they say southernmost point in the continental USA. Where is this at on the maps? Southernmost point of the USA, continental USA. Continent. Which is funny because it's technically... it's technically not connected to the land. Southernmost point would be right there, though. Temporarily closed, the southernmost point. That is on the farthest island. Okay. So it's going to be like the island next door. So we'll go to it. We'll visit the southernmost point in the U.S. And we'll hit the southernmost point and the southernmost, I guess, point of the continental they want to consider. Because it is more connected, I guess. Well, there's no fucking bridge across from here to Florida. So how is this continental U.S.? I digress. Like I'm flying over a lot of water right now to get to this. Because on my Google map, oh, there is a bridge connecting it. I'll be. It is. Look at the ignorance of that. It is the one. It is Expressway 1 that's connecting that. So it is connected. I'll be. So you drive down there? Holy crap. Oh. Very cool. This is why we do this, to learn. We Google the place, colleges of the Florida Keys. When can I enroll in that? I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna apply to the College of Florida Keys. Let's look up some history of Florida Keys. The history of the Florida Keys is a story of native inhabitants. Yep. European exploration. Yep. And they're down there too. So Spanish as hell. And a boomtown era centered on shipwreck salvage, followed by the construction and subsequent adaptation of the overseas railroad. Originally inhabited by Native Americans, like the Calusa, the islands were mapped by Juan Ponce de Leon in 1513 from the 1830s. Oh, from the 1830s to the turn of the 20th century, Key West became the wealthiest city per capita in the U.S. due to the wrecking industry. Salvaged goods from shipwrecks, from ships wrecked on the surrounding reefs. Wow.
Sierra Kilo contact Miami Center on 124.7. Good day.
124.7 Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo.
These are ended with the construction of Henry Flagler's Overseas Railroad, which connected the island to the mainland. That's what that is. So that is called Henry Flagler's Overseas Railroad. Well, that was the railroad. Now it's a highway. Railroad was destroyed by a hurricane in 1935. Not shocked. And was later adapted for use of the U.S. Overseas Highway for automobiles. This video provides a history. So it was shipwrecks that they were famous on. Yeah, it's very interesting. Let's listen to this history of the Florida Keys.
early inhabitants relied on the water and the boats that connected them to other populations. That sense of community still exists today. To be a conch is to literally be rooted in history. Even if you're not a conch, you still have the opportunity to experience what early pioneers witnessed. Is this kind of what it would have looked like?
Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo contact Navy Key approach on 126.575.
And speaking of stepping back in time, history comes to life at the Mel Fisher Maritime Museum.
575 Beechcraft
Where
Golf
lead
Sierra
county
Kilo.
historian Corey Malcolm
Goodbye.
takes us deep into the
Navy
nautical
Key approach
narration of
Beechcraft
these
Alpha
United
Sierra
Islands.
X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo 3,000
We'll
feet.
wait until that's done. That's very interesting. So shipwrecks was like their big thing. They got claim to fame. Alright, let's go back to this thing now. So Key West is the big island, but in general, they say they're like a lot of the islands have a bunch of cool stuff about them. So we'll continue listening. Pushed off a little bit look how far out away from this is, though, to be honest with everything. Kinda wild as people live in. I always find these like parts of America just so interesting. Like people live out here, and it's just like so far pulled away from the mainland. Just like you can understand why people have such divisive views on things in America. Like you're so far from the mainland, or so far from like major cities, the majority of the country. There's no reason for you to agree with anything that I believe in. Like we don't have any of that. But it's like, you know, and at the end of the day, though, you end up having to, like, to be honest, but you should, because both of you, it's not like any of us are any, it's like you're just some, like, fucking rich dude. Most of the time, you're just like, you guys should, we all should. It makes sense also why people aren't either, because it's just like, no, I don't believe that. Just because you're thinking being sensible makes sense. I don't believe that. Just because you think you're sensible, I don't believe that you are, you know, so it's all relative to what you think. I think we'd be kind of the same age a little bit, but it is what it is, man. I just fly. I I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Why is everyone just like off their rocker? It's like everybody is. It ain't. You don't gotta pick a side. It's like everybody's a little bit off their rocker. When you're flying, though, it doesn't matter. So we're about to land here pretty soon, and then we'll go to the southernmost tip in the U.S. I'm guessing that's over there. So maybe we'll loop to that, and then we'll land. Flight. Let's finish listening to this video too. There's only like 1 minute left. How? How is even a country like how can a government even run all this? You know? How did all these things that we have in place? How do they work? It's just a bunch of hows. How is it possible? You guys govern all this? Keep all these people in line? It's amazing. Like I said, it's all the way to Alaska, down to and even down to Hawaii, all under one control. It's amazing, absolutely. Well, humans are very interesting. So things they have in place. I was at my airport. We're gonna go to the southernmost point of the USA first. Probably the most chill people in the world down there, and he's still ready. Baseball fields galore.
Navy Key Tower Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo 5 miles west, 900 feet to land.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo Navy Key Tower. Altimeter 29.761006 at Niner. Fly left base runway 4.
Enter left
This
base
is
runway.
right down here.
Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo.
Didn't do a good job of it, but that's it. That's it. Yeah, the southernmost point in the USA. We are flying over right now. So the southernmost point in the USA right there. Did it. We did it. Sea to shining sea right there. Oh, look at this.
Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo 1006
right runway for Beechcraft Golf, Sierra Kilo.
Got some good clips right there from the US. This ain't gonna be a good landing. I got already tell. Can't kind of pull it in. I can't kind of slow myself down enough.
Landing here.
This ain't gonna be a fun one. I got my engines at 6%. You think I'm? Why can't I? Not slowing down. I'll cut the engine once we get to the very end and to get it to slow down, but it ain't slowing down. What they expect of me? It's like too fast. The fuck, bro? Yeah, it's too fast. Oh boy. This is gonna be a fun place to explore, though. I think this is gonna be. I don't know how many people are gonna watch this. It seems like more people watch the Roswell video more than anything else, but I think this is gonna be a fun place to explore. 'Cause there's like multiple islands. I'm gonna have to make this like probably a nice. I'm gonna need this plane, and I'm gonna need a faster plane, but also I'm gonna need to.
Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo, contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 Beechcraft Golf, Sierra Kilo. Goodbye.
We are in Key West, Florida, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo. That wasn't bad, and I think 30-minute videos might be better. I think people can just digest it a little bit better. It's easier to watch. Wasn't bad. Let me get off the runway though. Then I can go get my food. I'm making myself an omelet, by the way, if anyone cares. I have to do, so the cities I still have to check out are, or not check out, I have to do just like the sightseeing. It's New Orleans, Biloxi, Birmingham, Atlanta. Those are the last a couple of cities I have to do. So that's why I'm like thinking of doing them today. Then I'll have all the footage I need, or just like videos, and then I can just like release them so people can just check them. Might have to do another Roswell video. Seems like that's the most popular video that I've made. So I don't know. People are taking to Roswell pretty nicely. Here in Key West. That was a nice flight from Florida, and then we'll fly from Key West back up to across through the Everglades into Miami. It's gonna be our next flight. That's gonna be a fun one. Let's cut off everything, get our flight ended and everything like so. Get out my way, get out my way. You can tell how much I fly this. I turn on these planes like this. Should be off. Should be off too. Whatever. These planes never cut off when I want to. I feel like it's a little bit of lag that causes that. I'll just do that. I'll do it the cheap way. It wasn't a bad flight. It was only 22 minutes. I think that's a little bit more digestible though, like for YouTube videos. Like those hour flights are good when I have to go across the country, but I'm not going to be doing any cross-country flights. Like I'm going to just be around Florida and all the southern states. So there's really no point in me like doing any like really long videos anymore, like an hour. I don't have to do any flights from Alaska to Hawaii anymore. There's no more long flights in the country. That Mount Rushmore one was a big one though. It's like now it made me think like I shouldn't have flown so far, but also I was able to clean up and do all of the states over there, so it worked out. And then I could just cherry pick throughout the Midwest the rest of the things I need to do. Kind of a couple of fly-throughs through there, like Minnesota, Nebraska, just when I got to do stops, Iowa, Oklahoma, just start flying down through a couple of states. So it's not bad what I have left. You're about to clean up and do all the East Coast and make sure I just stop in every one. And by just stopping in each city, it'll just make the videos shorter, just more watchable. So that's the end of this one. I'll end this stream for the Key West one, and then I'll start it up again, and I'll probably do some of the some city flights or whatever. Cause I want to just get some of the cities done. So we'll do like New Orleans and Biloxi. All right, so let's end this one, and we'll be back here in 1 second.